Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, depending on where you're at, what time zone you're in, and everything else. But we're here today as we're still reeling from what was the Money in the Bank PLE and Worlds Collide last night as we saw Naomi caution. You better proceed with caution because she is now your Miss Money in the Bank. And Seth Rollins, he had a vision and he cashed in as he is now your Mr. Money in the Bank. We got a new Intercontinental Champion and we had Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso win. And we saw a return of a man that we all thought we didn't see back and at all. It's not our truth. It's Ron Killings. So, if you guys want to talk about all that good stuff, let me know in the chat. We definitely will. But today, I'm here to show you my experience, what was a few weeks ago at the WaterCity WrestleCon in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And as I had the opportunity to meet a lot of superstars, some legends, got a bunch of stuff signed and everything else. So I put together about a 6-minute video of my experience of what the people that I did meet and everything. Sadly, my phone did die, so I was not able to get any footage of the matches that were able to happen, and I'm kind of sad because Chris Van Vliet did a rock bottom, and we had a lot of other moments that I just was not able to capture because my phone ended up dying, which is okay. So I'm going to show you guys all the stuff that I did get, and then we're going to come back here, and then I'll show you all the items that I got and everything else that I got signed and met and all of that. If you have not seen it already, because I have shown you guys a couple items on the main event mixer and on the other episodes. So let's start it. Let's get it going and let's not waste any more time. Oh, and we also saw Jacob Fatu turn on Solo Sikoa finally in the Money in the Bank match. I don't love you, Solo. I hate you, Solo. But guys, appreciate y'all coming and hanging out here today. So let me stop talking and rambling. And here is my experience that was at WaterCity WrestleCon in Oshkosh.
Auto, and she's just going to take a picture of her signing.
No problem.
Is that okay?
Absolutely.
I don't want to be disrespectful.
I just want to thank you for everything. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Well, we already come here. We got There you go, guys.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate
You guys have a
it.
great day.
Thanks.
Thank you. Just like, I want to go to meet Chris. It wasn't anybody else, it was you. I've met a ton of other guys, so. Yeah, the last guy we met was Kurt Angle. He's that from he's a regular, Ken Anderson's a regular So Soft. We talked about Song when we talked about his last time he was on your show. Oh, and he was literally at Frontline like a week later. I was like, dude, I just see you. He goes, my son's watching for you or anything else. He's back on my show. Oh, yeah. Good, good. His son, I guess, is over your stuff for anybody. Yes. Yes. Like, got it. So that's me. 2 weeks ago.
Just a step on the edge. Just another day.
So that's me. 2 weeks ago. The Triple H point. The combo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, do we sign your name on this?
No, it's okay.
To sign it?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Everything's
Excited
been good?
Yeah.
Everything?
Yeah, everything's good. Mom life.
Yeah, I was going to say how are the kids and everything.
They're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
I appreciate it.
welcome.
Have a
Thank
nice
you.
Here, I'm his mom, and that's his
Oh, I love
podcast.
it. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
You're on it a lot.
Oh, I love that.
That's, yeah. Yeah, but you want to
That wrestler's named after my daughter.
Sorry, you good?
Yes.
Perfect. You want to wear
You want to wear it?
Actually, I need someone to wear it in order to sign it. So it works out perfect. What you need to do is put it on your arm and then make your hand go really wide. I can sign it with the materials.
Give me this. No, make your hand really wide.
Yeah, there you go, right there, perfect.
Yeah, right there.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but you wanted
That wrestler's named after my daughter.
Very good.
And you guys are doing one of these?
Yes.
Perfect. You want to wear it?
You want to wear it?
Actually, I need someone to wear it in order to sign it. So
Oh.
it works out perfect. What I need you to do is put it on your arm and then make your hand go really wide. I can sign it with the two
Then do
hands.
this arm. Give me this. Ah. Okay. Don't wave your hand really wide.
Put your hand, yeah, there you go, right there, perfect.
Yeah, right there.
Cobra?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay you.
I can say you want me to do it.
Yeah, you're gonna put it on. And then I want
Do I actually do it like I'm gonna hit somebody with
No,
it?
no, don't hit anybody. And then make your hand go wide. Yeah, like that. Actually, turn it for a second. Rotate it. There we go.
How you doing? There you go, man. Enjoying TNA and everything. And
I love it.
sure, it's great working with your daughter and everything. It's so cool to watch, and I've been watching you since I was little, and it's crazy to watch.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Say you wanna fall in my pretty little web of lies, but you wanna fall just to see me catch, gonna eat you alive. Say you wanna fall in my pretty little web of lies, but you wanna fall just to see me catch, gonna eat you alive. You've done enough, I know. Do you think I'm a joke? Holding on a glimpse of hope, change it, some cigarette smoke match, and strike a post.
And there you have it. As I said, there were a lot of things that we did not able to capture, as there were a lot of matches going on during the and while we were walking around and everything. And I also was able to meet Heath Slater and Brian Myers, formerly known as Kurt Hawkins. I just did not able to get some video of that. And I also was trying not to just randomly record them. Shout out to my mom, Mama Tino, for recording stuff. As you guys did hear her voice a lot in that, talking to Kelly. Kelly, she got caught in 4K by Shelton Benjamin. He low-key looked at her as she was recording them and was like, "What are you doing?" But he didn't care. And then, obviously, JBL show. Appreciate my mom, appreciate my stepdad for coming with me, helping me out, getting some autographs. And as I said, shout out to all the people that I did meet and they did take the time, as you guys did hear, the couple conversations with Chris Van Vliet, Kelly, stuff like that. You know, that's how it should be. Just normal conversations. You don't got to be weird. You don't got to do all that stuff. So that was my experience, though. But you guys did see that I got all the bunch of stuff signed and stuff like that. So I wanted to take the time now and just show you guys the stuff that I did get signed real quick, because we got about 4 pictures, a couple figures, and as you guys saw, started off, you guys saw we got the one and only, it's blending in, we got the Cobra from Mr. Santino Marella. Obviously, it's green, so it might blend in, but you guys saw he had to put it on my hand and everything, but we do got a Cobra here signed by Mr. Santino, and my mom actually came up with a good idea, and you guys, it's green, so it's one of those pool tube things, you know, where like you blow the water into it, you go like that, you know, you put water and then there's somebody on the other side, haha, funny. But it actually works because it sands up, and you can have it like that so you can see the signature. So now I just got to get and find my Santino figure. So shout out to Santino Marella, and you know, the Cobra's pretty cool. So that was our first thing. That was actually the last thing we got signed. The first thing we got signed was, and it was funny because he was standing there And at first, I didn't know, like, if we had to get a wristband. I didn't know if we had to, like, talk. I didn't know what happened. And all of a sudden, my mom just starts randomly talking to everybody. And she's like, oh, how are you doing? And, you know, as you guys saw, she gave my business cards to everybody. Hey, that's okay. Let everybody know about your boy Tino. But she, like, randomly, and they're like, all of a sudden, I was like, why do I know this guy from somewhere? And it just didn't click with me and register with me, because the other meet and greets that I've went to, they've always, like, introduced them, or they come out like 20 minutes after the lines are. So I just wasn't expecting it. And all of a sudden I look up and there's Brian Myers hanging out, just sitting there. So I was able to get a picture signed from him from his match and his tag team match with Zack Ryder, now known as Matt Cardona, at WrestleMania 35 when they won the tag team title. So it's kind of cool, though, because now if I do ever get a chance to meet Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, the indie god, I could have him sign this picture also. So, you know, really cool that we got ourselves a picture. And, you know, all these guys were really nice. They took out the time to talk for a couple minutes, and I didn't really know what to talk about. But I did mention to all these guys that I did have a podcast. So that was really cool because, you know, that's what it's all about. And you guys know Brian Myers got the podcast with Matt Cardona, the Major Wrestling Podcast and Major Figure Wrestling Podcast, all that good stuff. So, yeah. But we also had the time to meet. We got kids. I got kids. I don't got kids, but he's got kids. He really does got kids. And I'm kind of sad because the marker wasn't working, and that is the one thing I did learn. I'm going to bring my own markers next time. But he did sign it. Oh, baby, I got kids. Heath Slater. You'll love to see it. And these were the first two people that I was actually able to meet. And as I said, they were just standing there. And I was just shocked. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, let's do it. I'm down for it. So, yeah. And then we had the opportunity to meet one of my heroes, one of the people that is the reason why I am podcasting right this moment, kind of giving me the inspiration to do what I've been able to do and kind of give me the confidence to do it. And that is the one and only, the podcast legend of the WWE universe and the wrestling world. He does everything else, but it is our guy, CVV, Chris Van Vliet. Really nice. I'm a real one, you already know. But Chris Van Vliet, we had a nice conversation for a couple minutes, talked about the podcast, talked about his wife because he just listened to the SCVV episode with Rachel on it and everything else like that, and I don't know why I'm talking about that. But anyway, Chris was really nice. It was nice to have a conversation with him and everything. And, you know, a lot of them, and as you guys did hear, Kelly asked to personalize it, and I'm kind of mad I didn't have Kelly personalize it. I did not realize that Chris Van Vliet personalized it. And I didn't even, like, realize, because I had my Tino's Time hoodie on, as you guys saw, that he must have saw the hoodie. Because I did give my mom, as we're leaving, gives him a business card, literally every person we met. I think the only person she didn't was JBL, and that was because she was taking that video. But Chris Van Vliet taking the opportunity to talk to me and just giving me I just really do appreciate it. And I appreciate all of them taking the time, because they don't have to do that. They don't have to be here, and they really don't need to do any of this or any of that for anybody. They could just sit there and be like, we don't want to talk to anybody. We don't care. And it just be like that. So it was just really nice for them to be able to take the time for me to be able to talk to them for a few minutes. But after we met Chris Van Vliet, I walked around a few figure shops and everything else like that. And for the most part, they had a lot of things that are on sale now. There were a few people that had a few things that were not on sale, like that you haven't seen in a while. So I was able to get, before I show you my last picture we got before I did get that signed, we were able to, and I did get it signed at the end of the show, but we did get another figure signed, and you guys can't see it because it was the only marker, and that's why I mentioned markers. Maybe a good idea to bring a different color marker, maybe like a white one or something like that. But Shelton Benjamin, now I have two figures signed by Shelton Benjamin. And I actually did not have this figure. I've been looking for this. So the actual only Ruthless Aggression Walmart figure I think I do not have now is that Kevin Nash. And they did have the Kevin Nash there. I don't know. I kind of just don't want it, even though I could complete the set. But Shelton Benjamin taking the time. The gold standard, and he had the AEW title, which was pretty cool. I was not able to hold it because I did not take the picture. I just got the autograph for Shelton. But Shelton Benjamin taking the time to sign this, have two figures now from the gold standard. You'll love to see it. The other figure we got signed, and you guys saw it there to start it off, and this might be the best signature I've ever gotten in my life, and that is JBL, and that is why I mentioned the colors, because look at how perfect that signature is. You can tell it's JBL. You can see it. You saw it on that video, and I will have this video forever now. So if you never believe me, here it is. JBL. What did he call? Oh my God, what did he call himself back in the day? Oh, I am the wrestling god. JBL signed my figure. You'll love to see it. So those are the two figures that I got signed. I did have a figure of this person, but I don't have a case for it. And I was kind of worried to not have a case for it. And, I might never get the opportunity to meet her again. But for me, it's not always about just meeting them. It's not always about getting stuff signed. It's sometimes just about meeting them. And I always talk about that experience I had meeting the Hardy Boys, how Matt specifically remembered, and he saw a video of me from that morning, and he mentioned Tino's time, especially when Tino's time. Not many people knew in Tino's time. I think I was on the road to like 500 at the time. So it's really cool for Matt Hardy at the time to be able to acknowledge me, funny, but to notice that and to just talk to me for that couple minutes. And for me, that's what I'm always going to remember. So this 3-4 minute talk that I was able to have with the lady that you could see right there, Miss Kelly Barbara Black. You could see right there, Miss Kelly. I was able to have the opportunity to meet her. You guys saw the conversation. And as I left, you guys saw my mom gave her a business card and everything else like that. And we had nothing crazy conversation. Just asked how she was doing, how the kids, everything else. If we'll ever see her back. Hopefully we'll see her for Evolution too. But she did not customize it, and I'm kind of sad she didn't, because you guys heard her ask me, and I said no, but I'm kind of wish I would have. But hugs and kisses, my one and only. Not my one and only. That's weird. That sounds weird. But hugs and kisses, Miss Kelly. And as I said, for me, having the conversations with these people, having them just take the time out of their day to be able to talk to me, to do this and that, to not just, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to show up and everything else like that. But as I said, there were other superstars there, such as Demolition, Jinder Mahal, as you saw. And there were, who else was there? Was there one more person that I did not? I think there was one more person there that I did not meet, but I did meet everybody besides that I saw, besides Jinder and Demolition, which was okay. I didn't have anything for them to sign and everything. And like I said, it's not always about just getting a signature. It was kind of cool just to see how tall Jinder is in person, because my gosh, the modern day Maharaja is a tall man. I just never seen him. I've been to a few SmackDowns that he was at, but seeing him that up close, I could only imagine what I look like up against and standing next to Omos or something like that. Imagine a Braun Strowman. Oh God. But anyway, them taking the time out to do all that stuff. They did have some wrestling figures, wrestling accessories. This will haunt me until next year, because hopefully we go again next year. But they had a giant box of accessories, and I did not take the time to look at it. And I'm kind of mad now, because I wish I would have. Because I probably would have found a bunch of more stuff. And they did have figures, loose figures, that I also should have looked at, and I just didn't, because I kept spending money, and I was like, if I keep spending money, I'm going to be broke. But now I think about it, and I'm like, nope, next time I'm just never know if I'll ever do it again, or if I'll be able to see, certain people again. So that's the one thing I'm going to learn from that. But they did have a bunch of tables and stuff like that all set up. It was really cool. But as I said, as the matches began to start, they had a few pre-show matches. They had other matches on the card. Shelton performed Heath Slater, Brian Myers. As I said earlier, Chris Van Vliet got in the ring and did a rock bottom. He did his best Dwayne The Rock impression. If The Rock has not seen that yet, hopefully he sees it, and hopefully he acknowledges it, because Chris did a great job out there. But I was not able to get any of that stuff on footage. As I said, my phone died and I did not have my charger. So, as I said, my bad. So, we learn, and next year we're going to do better. But, as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little recap and little experience and vlog of me meeting the people at WrestleCon, Water City WrestleCon, that is. And I appreciate you guys, as always, coming here and hanging out with me. Make sure, if you guys have not yet, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you go follow the Main Event Network crew, as they're on the road to 200. Make sure you go follow the OTM guys, as they're on the road to 500. And then we got to get them their 4,000 watch hours so they can become a part of the YouTube partnership. Go follow the Southside Boys on X, Twitter, and YouTube. All the social media is on Southside Boys or Southside Boys 23, depending on which one you're looking at. But you can find all of those socials on all of the networks and everything else like that. But also, guys, before you go, make sure you follow Tino's Time as we're on the road to 4,000 subscribers. Make sure you turn that notification button on so you know when we go live next, which will be tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. As usual, we'll have another great week. But also, make sure that you hit that like button. And as I said, turn that notification button on because we're not done yet here today. I might have said notification button twice, but we're not done yet here today as we will be on Meet Us in the Ring, a podcast, as we will be joined, and we will be going on their podcast, I should say. And we will be going and being a guest on Maddie and Mary's podcast. Make sure that you guys come and hang out. It is Meet Us in the Ring podcast. I will share the link on the community page, as I always do when we're a guest on a show. So make sure you guys come and hang out then at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. But for now, I'm done here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog, and I hope you guys enjoyed all the cool stuff I got. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday if you do not join me tonight at 6 o'clock. And if not, I will see you all tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw. Guys, do all that stuff on the ticker below. As we are now, as I continue to say, appreciate you all so much on the road to 4,000 subscribers.